Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update. Saturday, October 12th, 1 a.m. Mountain Time 2019. The models are showing blizzard conditions, North Dakota and Minnesota, over the next 24 hours. And as predicted, thousands of record low temperatures fell across the country over the last 24 hours. It's almost unprecedented. As far south as 27 degrees north, hitting record lows. Record lows outpaced record highs by 800 to 1. That's fun. Keep calm. It's boom time. It's not January, just record cold in October. -5 in West Yellowstone on Thursday, October 10th. -3 in Cutbank, 0 in Great Falls, just 3 degrees in Lewiston, 7 in Fort Benning. After another record snowstorm in early October, record lows had much of the state shivering on Thursday morning. Some towns even dropped below 0, which is extremely rare in early October. Cold temperature records set in Colorado Springs and Pueblo. A strong fall cold front swept through the state of Colorado over the last 24 hours. It brought both record cold and record snow for the southern half of the state. No snow here, but it was 12 this morning, crushing the record of 22 degrees set back in 1990 by 10 degrees. That's not even a broken record. That is a destruction of a record. Now, according to the National Weather Service in Pueblo, Colorado Springs set 2 record lows today. The first occurred at 11:59 p.m. on the 10th, when the temperatures dipped to 14, beating the previous record of 17 back in 1946. But at 5:50 a.m. on the 11th, the temperature fell to 9 degrees, smashing the previous record of 14 back in 1946. Well, I can tell you it fell to 12 this morning, destroying the 22-degree record set back in 1990. I mean, we're talking devastating, smashing records. Record cold, massive temperature drop prompts freeze watch this weekend for Oklahoma. I hope you're taking Soma. Fall freeze, Oklahoma City. The average freeze is November 4th, not October 10th. The earliest freeze is October 9th, one day before October 10th. And the latest is December 8th. Temperatures dropped by the dozens after cold front brought some storms and much cooler weather to Oklahoma Thursday. Saturday morning, we will see the coldest low temperatures this year since late March. More records will fall tomorrow, and we'll report on them. A freeze watch will be in effect for the majority of Oklahoma from late Friday into Saturday morning. Sub-freezing temps near 30 degrees are possible, which will destroy crops and take names. And pipes. Several low-temperature records fall across Utah in wake of this cold system. Gorgeous. Salt Lake City, the leaves are not only the only things falling this autumn. A system that brought cold temperatures through Utah broke a few dozen daily low temps across the state between Thursday and Friday, National Weather Service officials reported Friday. The Weather Service reported 16 locations across the state that set new record low maximum temperatures for October 10th, and another location matched its previous record low for that date. On Friday, the 25 locations in the state broke low temperatures previously set on the 11th. And more, all going back to 1880. Slim Shady. Said no one ever but Diamond. And here are the facts. Ready for it? It's going to run through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And at each hour, we have hundreds of record lows being broken in cities. Thousands by the end of the day. Over 3,000 records broken. And they're still being broken. Let's look at the most recent hour. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 records. 2 in South Texas, which is the nexus of the Schmexes. Parts of California on fire, while record snow expected in the Dakotas, up to 3 feet, blizzard conditions now forecast. We reported on these fires last night as Lee Wheelbarger was reporting on them. At least 9 fires are now burning this morning in California, 5 of which are burning in Southern California as gusty offshore winds continue. Some of the highest wind gusts overnight were 72 miles per hour in San Bernardino. We're going to be talking about a fire that's happening there now. We talked about the Sandalwood fire last night. Boom! There I am. But that is not the fire of note now. Authorities say burning trash dumped by trucks sparked the Sandalwood fire last night, killing one old lady and destroying 74 structures. But the fire is only 10% contained in over 800 acres and still burning. Are you yearning? So, the fire is not out. I'll leave you links to the Sandalwood fire evacuation map. One road closed here. But the big news, at the same time we were reporting on the Sandalwood fire, the Saddle Ridge fire broke out in San Bernardino and has now forced 100,000 people from their homes. And I just erased the most important piece of data that we want to share with you. If I can just get this down here. Let's get this out of there and let's reopen that. Now, the Saddle Ridge fire, latest evacuation, school, and road closures. Look at the inside of this house burned. The entire inside of the house burned, but not the walls. That melted. And there were no directed energy weapons. Now here is the Saddle Ridge fire map, but we'll get to that. It's very close to LA. Mayor Eric Garcetti signed an emergency declaration for the Saddle Ridge fire, directing LA city agencies to take all necessary steps to protect lives and take names. Here's the Saddle Ridge fire map, which is enlarging for no apparent reason. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? How it does not want to cooperate. You can see Santa Monica there, which apparently has a boulevard. LA, Ventura, directly between there, Santa Clarita, and the massive Saddle Ridge fire. 100,000 evacuated. By 1 p.m. Friday, it had charred 7,500 acres and damaged 25 structures, was 13% contained. Saddle Ridge fire burning out of control. We have video. I just can't get it up here. Damn. Let's get that video up. Let's get it up. That's what she said. Get that video up. Get it up, Diamond. Okay, definitely not. Does not. Let's just X him out. Nope. Does not even want to play for us. Doesn't want to do. It's like some of the worst footage I've ever seen. And it's just really shitty music, which they probably paid for. Some evacuees are returning home after the Saddle Ridge fire burned 7,500 acres. And they're dumping stuff on it. Rick Navakis left behind her hearing aids, Robin Navakis, and even her shoes.
Deadly wildfires potentially in Southern California. There are winds there gusting over 60 miles per hour, fanning the flames, forcing mandatory evacuations in the Los Angeles area. Deadly wildfires potentially in Southern California. There are winds there gusting over 60 miles per hour, fanning the flames, forcing mandatory evacuations in the Los Angeles area. Thousands of residents have been ordered to leave, many of whom were asleep as the fire started overnight.
This has spread so quickly, dozens of homes have already burned. The looks devastating. On your screen, two major freeways
Absolutely awesome.
are shut down at this hour. You can imagine what that means for Los Angeles.
All links to all the videos are.
Let's get right to CNN's Nick Watt.
Below as California burns and hundreds of thousands are left without power. Let's really quick go to power outage, U.S. And let's see what's happening in California right now. Oh, it doesn't look that bad. It looks like most of the power's on. Just a minor outage. We have 13,000 people out in only 17,355 they're currently out in California. Good news. And those are probably fire related. 13,000 people out in Texas, which is the nexus of the schmexus, and has been adding insult to injury to some power outages recently. Chicago weather, freeze warnings issued for Chicago's western suburbs Saturday. Historic snowfall. Yes, expected across the north central U.S. And my face is in the way of me closing that out, because I got the clout. Oh. The National Weather Service has issued freeze warnings from 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. Saturday for many of Chicago's far western suburbs. The areas under warning include McHenry, Cale, Kendall, LaSalle, and DeKalb. We'll get to the map. It's absolutely littered with frost and freeze warnings. Travel will be impossible in the Dakotas, as blizzards could bring up to 3 feet of snow. 26 counties currently under blizzard watch in North Dakota and Minnesota. I know, say it ain't soda, but it is. That's why we have the channel. By Friday night, all-out blizzard is anticipated in the Dakotas. Winds could gust to 60 miles per hour for over 4 hours, leading to whiteout conditions. And Al Gore, nowhere to be seen. Dozens of schools in the Dakotas are closed Friday because of deteriorating travel conditions. Blizzard conditions have forecasters urging residents in portions of the Dakotas to travel only in emergencies, as strong winds from a potent fall snowstorm, which is they're calling a winter storm, by the way, whipped up heavy accumulating snow, burying many. By Friday night, an all-out blizzard is anticipated from central and northeastern South Dakota to central and eastern North Dakota. Say that twice. According to the AccuWeather meteorologist Bernie Rayno, who said it twice. Unnecessary travel should be avoided in these areas, especially the ones with the big blue shit pointing down from Canada. Stay away from the big blue dangler coming in from Canada. I-94 closed this early October blizzard. Slams North Dakota. She looks pissed, but she's inside. Interstate 94 westbound from Bismarck to Fargo is totally fluxed. You can't even chip people there. Interstate 94 eastbound from Bismarck to Valley City, closed. Interstate 29 northbound and southbound from Grand Forks to the Canadian border, done. Over, Johnny. I hope you're not stuck there and you got raisinets, mother fluther. U.S. Highway 2 eastbound and westbound from Rugby to Larimore, where no one is playing rugby, trust me. Secondary state highways are also impassable and have been blocked by Al Gore's global warming goodness. Blocked, I say. The area around Devil Lake is experiencing heavy snow and whiteout conditions. NDOT decided to close the highways due to the limited number of shelters available to drivers and visibility. Take a look. You're not playing rugby anymore if you're east of Minot. Is that how they say that? I hope so. Oh, we just erased some more. Damn it. I hate that. What happened? We knew about that. We already talked about the winter snow. Yeah. So let's not talk about that. Oh, I hope this isn't internet porn. Okay. It's actually an article. I-90, we already covered that. Yep, it's closed. East Grand Forks declares snow emergency. That's in Michigan. Snow emergency effective at midnight has been declared in East Grand Forks. Crews have stopped their plowing efforts until 4 a.m. Saturday, October 12th. Due to the continued snowfall and high wind conditions, keeping the primary streets open were the priority on Friday, according to Dave Murphy. Secondary plowing will resume at 4 a.m. because we gave up. And crews will refocus their effort once again on the primary streets in Michigan. In the third week of fall, they're focusing their effort on keeping the streets open in Michigan. Climate change and really old grid and really rich pricks is why the U.S. can expect more power outages like California's and other shit lighting on fire in regions where they don't shut the power off from idiots that put cigarette butts in the trash truck. It's awesome. And now this is our fault because we're so fucking lazy and stupid. But climate change is natural and CO2 is plant food. But these fires, that's your fault because you're not only do you all move to the driest desert in the world called California, but you're lazy pricks. You buy a bunch of plastic shit and you throw cigarette butts in the trash. You fucking lazy sheep. Bah! I'm glad you're on fire. Do you know we have like 140 fires a year right around the 14-mile circle around where I live? Do you know how many of those burn houses? None of them! They all get put out. They're all lit by lightning and we put them out. So, if you live in a major metropolitan area that's in the middle of the wilderness that they just started building, major metropolitan areas with old growth forests in your backyard, you deserve to burn by the millions with power lines and other shit that's going to light your on fire. We can't even get a cell phone call here. Choose your battles. Stay out of the fire zones. Here's how much snow fell in South Dakota as of Friday. I might even do my Japanese accent. No. As temperatures plummet from the blast of frigid air from the first winter storm of the season to the Midwest, much of the north and western part of the state is under winter storm advisory until 7 p.m. Saturday. Heads up, South Dakota. You're not going to get crushed like North Dakota or Minnesota. But Dupree saw 12.9 inches, Eureka 10. Lead saw 11.7 inches and really low IQs. Midland 7. Pierre 8 inches. Roscoe P. Coltrane 7.6. And Whitewood slipped away with a 2.5 tippy touch. See the map below for other record-breaking things. This is fun, man. I love it when a plan comes together. 18. My favorite show. Now, these new models are showing some little East Coast activity at the end of October. In this nice lavender. It makes it smell nice, doesn't it? Can you smell that? I'm feeling relaxed. And we're going to be pummeled out here in the Rocky Mountains next weekend. Hello. Starting Friday through your Saturday. Saturday is looking like we need a plow just to get to that concentrate. But the 50-plus inches that are going to be falling in British Columbia that will break records and we'll be reporting on it will be unprecedented. Thank God I don't live there. Critical fire weather in Southern California. Blizzard conditions persist in North Dakota. 25 counties in North Dakota and Minnesota under blizzard warnings. Currently, winter storm warnings and watches in 100 counties and states. Now, freeze warnings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11 states all the way down to central Texas. The nexus of the freeze warning schmexes. Heads up. Finally, subtropical storm Melissa off the coast here is totally pissing you off. Yeah, don't go swimming. Rip currents will suck your children away. There it is. The Al Gorbido map. Shut up! It is past your bedtime, Al. Get in your hole! He never stops. But the snow is all the way down to southern Colorado. Hello. And let's take a look at the big picture. I feel for northern Japan. Man, Kamchatka, are you a schmachta? I mean, this snow comes, there's a lot of snow. Inside 60 north. We're at about, I'm going to say ballpark 70% coverage. All right, 60. We're going to watch that rise quickly. Major snow blast brings travel woes and outages to Manitoba. Records. It's not good up there. And there are crops on the ground. And I wish we had power outage Manitoba. I haven't been able to find it, but take a look at this electrical activity. Holy macaroni. Dab time, smoke a bowlie. It's like aliens or something. What is happening? Are there aliens in the snow? Amazing footage coming out from somewhere in Canada where shit is exploding. But we saw most of it, thankfully. And they're just buried up there. Take a look at this. Look at this Manitoba madness.
At Keesler Federal.
Holy macaroni. Look at that. No one's barbecuing there anytime soon for Thanksgiving Monday. Tuesday snowfall beats the 118-year-old record at Canadian Rockies International Airport. It wasn't much, but it was record-shattering. The Canadian Rockies International Airport usually records 3.8 centimeters. That's just 1.5 inches. I mean, like Al Gore, you know what I mean? Of snow for the entire month of October. But in just one afternoon this week, it received more than twice the monthly average. Shattering records. Like more like diamond size, 8.5 inches. Well, it was only centimeters, so that's more like, that's Al Gore. Tuesday snowstorm came in cold and quick, reported at thefreepress.ca. That's Canada. We only report on the facts here. Follow us. And brought with it a shocking 8.4 centimeters, 3.3 inches, which is over double the monthly average in one single weekend. Now, this daily snowfall record crushes all previous records back to 1901, when nobody listening to this podcast was even alive, or even their parents, or even their parents' parents. That's quite a bit ago. Wednesday registered a daily high of just 0.9 C against the average of 14 C. Hello. That's chilly. British Columbia breaks 41 cold records in 48 hours. Well, the U.S. broke hundreds every hour for the last 24. The grand solar minimum has set in across BC, and these climate cycles are repeating. And the alarmists are confused because they weren't taught about the facts. The climate is a cycle, and it always changes. And there's no such thing as a climate denier, except in the minds of climate alarmists. They're the only ones that believe in deniers. We are scientists and realists that believe in climate cycles, natural climate variability, driven by the sun. According to Environment Canada, at least 41 all-time low-temperature records were busted between October 9th and October 10th in BC. And they are falling in Manitoba and moving east. Facts. I know, it's like, ouch! Have you heard about the Yeti? Yes, it's amazing. Wait till you see this footage. It's unbelievable. And we have the audio. This is actual Yeti footage, potentially. There it is. I mean, can you believe this? Why the mainstream hasn't picked up on this is beyond me. Fantastic. Coming out of Manitoba. Thank you, Kyle Britton. I'm smitten. Seismic update. No quakes of note. Whoa! I'm going to puke. Well, there's a big one up here in Kodiak. I don't have my dip in. Papua New Guinea 5.2. Really looking quite harmless seismically. Now, worldwide volcano news update. Sakurajima has given us a dab-worthy minute and 50 seconds as it exploded 3 times today. Have you exploded 3 times yet? Do a dab with diamond. God, I wish there was audio on this one. Fantastic footage coming out from Volcano Waiti. Sakurajima. Going boom, boom, boom. Wow! Impressive. Yes, you're picking it up. We gave him a thumbs up. You do the same. Links will be below. And that is one puff puff pass. Worldwide volcano news update on top of Sakurajima. Copy to few. Reventador to 17,000. Popo, Catapeto, is puffing to at least 20,000 today. Sabancaya, Nevados de Chilan, and Chevalouche, just 24 hours ago, puffing up to 23,000. But nothing spectacular and no noteworthy eruptions that should make a difference. We're trying to make a difference. Falling fireballs crashing into Chile are trying to make a difference, but they're not even meteorites, man. It's like space junk. And more of this is going to fall on your head as the magnetic excursion ensues and we near 0 point sometime 2035. Not much time. Could be earlier. And if we have a large solar flare, a mega flare, a micronova, and it's my opinion that we're going to have a large series of flares first prior to the mega flare or the super flare. And we're going to totally know. It's not a very rapid thing. It's not going to be rapidly unfolding. You're going to have a lot of time to know that you're about to fry your ass and burn to death. You're going to watch it happen. The sun will get bigger in the sky. And those that see that are fluxed because it'll take about 24 hours for that to hit and they'll come back around and they'll be fried to death. People that don't see the sun expanding probably will live. So if you witness it, kiss your ass goodbye. Or go deep. Deep, 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 deep. Now, these falling fireballs that crashed into Chile last week, probably not even meteorites, experts say. But what did the experts know? Like Greta Thunberg is going to get a Nobel Peace Prize. Anyway, Chilean officials are investigating a curious collection of burning objects that fell in parts of the country last week. What a tweak. Hello? I love it when shit falls to earth, it's burning. Have you heard California adopts the nation's broadest gun seizure laws? Yeah. If you call the feds and say, hey, my neighbor is totally threatening me, Can you take his guns? They'll take them. I can't wait for the earthquake to hit California, man. It's like, hello, snow is falling. We're asking everyone to keep calm. Subscribe to the channel. Share this with like-minded people. The time is now to change everything about your life. Opt out. Quit your job. Sell your home. Cash in your 401k. Buy preps. Move to the country. Extreme rural. Make sure there's good water. Learn how to farm. Permaculture much? Do you know who Matt Powers is? Check out our Preparedness store. Al Gore's a whore. We know that. It's fun to say. But what are you doing today to prepare for tomorrow? What if we wake up and there's a super flare? You have less than 18 hours until the grid fails. Do you have enough? Will you be able to get your money out of the ATM to go to the store and buy everything? Do you even know what I'm saying? I hope so. We love each and every one of you. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. The coming days, weeks, months, and years will determine how self-reliant and self-resilient you are. Do you know what Amanita muscaria looks like?